Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is the Dreaded Archer podcast, and I'm on with my boy Charles. How you doing today, Charles?
Doing pretty good. How you doing, Trey?
Oh man, pretty good. Like we were just talking, like I said, leg day, man. Got my legs feeling all spaghetti like,
Like
but
spaghetti noodles.
oh yeah, I gotta get it, man.
Yes, sir.
Last September I went elk hunting in Colorado, and leading up to the trip, I thought I was in shape. I,
Mm,
I have been I've been running, 2 to 3 miles at my pace, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And man, the first day we get out on the mountain and it's probably about 30, 45 minutes in. I tell my homeboy, like, bro, I think I'm about to pass out. I'm like, he was like, what? He goes, dude, we only like 30 minutes in. I'm like, dude,
Nah.
my legs burning, man. My back getting tight. I'm like, bro, I can't do this, man.
Yeah. I can
We
only
got
imagine. I mean, me and my friends be talking about going over that way, hitting the mountains up and stuff like that, going to hunt. And I told and one of my friends said, "Oh, we can just ride the four wheeler, ride the horse up." I said, "No, I ain't gonna do that. You gonna have to hump that." And he
yeah,
was like, "You gonna have to walk it?" I said, "Yeah."
yeah.
So
Hey, man, because guys, like when we were out there, we heard guys on four wheelers and stuff, and that pushed the elk. When they hear the four wheelers, they know what time it is. It push them. And I mean, the best thing other than walking is to get a horse. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But
but I heard the horse can only go so far. Depends on where you go, right?
yeah, yeah. Depending on the terrain, the horse can only go so far. So for most people, the horse gets you to like the base, and then
Hmm.
and then you putting it up the rest of the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, don't worry. One day I'm gonna join y'all out there on the hunt, man.
Hey man, hey, let's go do the more the merrier, man. The
Hey,
more
there
the
you
merrier.
go. And you gotta come.
So
You definitely gotta get some of this Carolina walking in, man, because I thought I was in shape until this past weekend, treading through that thick brush and the mud and the water. Going coon hunting. I ain't there yet, bro. And I run a mile every day. Every day. But hey,
So what's the hunting terrain like over in you in South Carolina,
South
right?
Carolina.
Yeah. So what's the hunting terrain like?
Basically, from where I'm from originally Bamberg, South Carolina. So that's considered the low country. Now by Charleston, you ever heard of Charleston?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's more of the marshy type area. We got a bit of both best of both worlds down there where I'm from. It's but basically gonna be you got open fields, but you got a lot of swamps, a lot of hedgerows. We got hardwoods, a lot of pines. So the deer and the animals, they got a lot of places to hide. So it's
Mhm.
not an easy, sneak up on them type deal. You think it would be easy, but that's their backyard, man. And tell people all the time a Carolina buck is like one of the hardest bucks to kill. Because you got to be down in there with them. That wind's whipping. You got to make sure you send it down to a T, man. The furthest shot you'll probably get out here in South Carolina with the wooded area, whatnot, have you probably about a 300 or 400 yard shot. You don't
Oh,
have
that
to
ain't
shoot too
bad.
much over that, man. I mean, and I don't even shoot that. The furthest I probably shot a deer was probably 220 yards. That's the
Yep.
furthest I've shot. All my shots come about 80 yards, man. That's it.
Yeah, I think the furthest I've shot was my very first buck I got 3 years ago. No, 4 years ago. Dang, that's the
Uh-huh.
same one. Yeah, 4 years ago, and it was about 212.
Yeah. It's
And truth be told, I didn't think I was going to hit him. I was like,
I
it
say
looked
the
like it's
same
there.
thing.
It looked like it's there. And
Yeah,
I had
man.
a crappy scope, and I was like, I think it's going, and hit it right on the money. I was shocked, but I was like, I don't ever want to take a shot that far again.
Hey, I don't see how y'all do it out there, man. Shooting on 300 or 400. Y'all be shooting antelope too. Is it antelope out there?
Yep, yep, antelope. Yep.
Oh, you
So
gotta be on
so
it.
South Dakota is it's one of the weirdest states
Uh,
in the union, man. So it's divided up by the Missouri River. So you got East River, which is the side I live on over in Sioux Falls, and then you got West River, which is west of the Missouri, and that's where like Mount Rushmore is, the Black Hills.
mhm.
It's east side, it's kind of wooded area, a lot of ag land. You
Yeah.
go to the west side, it's flat, it's real hilly, and it's just a lot of prairies.
Okay.
And but that's where the bigger deer are. You go to the west side of the state, you got elk, you got bighorn sheep, you got antelope, mule deer, and of course whitetail. And but in South Dakota, the big hunting is pheasant hunting.
Okay, that's the big. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's what bring all the money into the state. Right around say towards the end of October, beginning of November, you
That's
start
what it's
seeing
about.
all the private planes coming in. You got people from New York, California,
Big
Michigan,
shots.
all the big shots, all the big wigs coming in, and they going out to the lodges where they're paying, $1,200 to $2,000 a gun just to kill. You can only kill 3 pheasants a day.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. And if you're out of stater, you're gonna pay about, I think it's about $375, $400 for a tag or for a license.
Wow.
So, but yeah, so a lot of
Wow.
guys out here, they're taking, like when I go to the gun range, I see guys and they're taking 500, 600-yard shots. You know what I'm saying? Because they're out, I mean, they're hunting, the mule deer out in the Badlands, and if you get a rifle tag, and that's about how far you're gonna get up on them.
I don't think I want to spend that much money because I ain't even ready to take that shot yet.
Nope. Nope.
I definitely got to take some classes in order to take that shot, man.
Yeah. So, do you do any archery hunting?
Yes, I started archery hunting, I would say about 3.5, 4 years ago. So I've managed to kill 3 deer with it, of course, and I got my first crossbow this season, late into the season.
Okay.
I got a Horton crossbow. It's real fast. I think it's like 370 per square feet or something like per second or whatnot have you. I'm still
feet per second.
Yeah, I'm getting into it, but I love a compound though. I love my compound. I got a Hoyt CRX 32. It's a little older compound, but it's a good bow. I bought it from one of my good friends. I use Easton arrows. I had to find the right arrow for me because I started doing my research on the drop and all that good stuff, trying to get the right broadheads on there. But I'm mostly a rifle hunter. I hunt with the Remington 700 model 270, and I hunt with my granddad's 30-06 right now, currently Remington 30-06 as well. So, I mean, hey, I'm open to everything, man. One time I thought about getting a blowgun.
Hey, man, I saw this dude named Jeff Wells on YouTube shooting with a blowgun. I'm like, bro, that dude is. When I saw him shoot a duck out of the sky with a bow, I said, he the real deal.
Hey, him and Tim, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's who it is. Tim Wells. That's his name, Tim Wells. Yeah.
I watch a lot of his videos like that. I started to get up in the tree and get one of those cold steels and just try to. But I mean, hey, I like doing new things. Like I'm down to try whatever. I want to go bow hunting and shoot fish or with something like that too.
Yeah.
So I'm open to everything, man.
Now I saw one of your posts, and you just mentioned it. You shoot with your granddad's 30-06.
Mm-hmm.
So did your granddad get you into hunting?
No, actually, my dad got me into hunting. I started hunting there. I was hunting. Oh man, I was hunting ever since I was like 6 or 7.
Oh,
so I remember I started off with a BB gun.
Yep.
So I would go down to the hog pen, my granddad's hog pen, and shoot squirrels and stuff like that. And then as I aged, I stepped up to a 22. Then after that, like a year or 2 later, my dad got me a Remington 20 gauge 870 model. It's about that long. You'll probably see me rabbit hunting with it. It's not right. Long at all, but it's good for rabbit hunting. And then after that, I ended up, because I used to go deer hunting when I went with a deer club sometime, and I had the 20 gauge. I was like maybe 15, 16 years old. And, so we was deer hunting, and, I got buckshots, but it's for a 20 gauge, of course. Ain't 12 gauge, but, double aughts. So it was the number 4 for a 20 gauge. So next thing you know, this buck came out. It wasn't a big buck, little basket buck. And he came out across that cut timber. And I tell you, Trey, I put it on him. I gave that buck every bit of 5. All 5. And then my homeboy was right across the way because he seen me shooting. And he was like, what happened? I said, I don't know. And next thing you know, one shot way over there, boom, and killed him. And next thing we got back to the hunting club, and I looked at the deer, and they said, hey, man, somebody done shot this whole side of this deer up. And I said, that was me.
That's my deer.
Yeah, and it all those pellets went like right up under the skin. Didn't even penetrate.
Dang.
From then on, I told my dad, I said, Dad, I can't do this 20 gauge no more. We're gonna do it like this. So that's when I upgraded to the 12 gauge model, 870 Express model, and that's when I've been using that. But I stopped going with the deer club. You know, it's kind of dangerous. I'm more of a steel hunter type guy. You know, I
Yeah.
like to stalk them out. So that's when I got my rifle, and I've been hunting ever since, man. Like, you know, I do everything. You know, squirrel, rabbit, coon, turkey, deer, hog. I mean, you name it, man.
You just living off the land.
You name it, man. Like, we killed a rattlesnake last year. We ate him too.
Now, rattlesnake tastes like a little bit like chicken, don't it?
It's kind of a chickeny taste. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a serpent type taste. It's not like like a frog leg type taste. That's what I thought it was gonna be like, but
Yeah.
nah, it's more of a meaty type taste to it. So, like a chicken type taste.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, I started the hunt game late. So growing up, my dad and all his cousins, they hunted. And me about 5 years old, like, hey dad, I wanna go hunting. No, boy, you don't want to go hunting. And I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? So one year for Christmas, he got me a BB gun. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, oh yeah, I don't know nothing about guns. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna give me a deal with this bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Hey, go out there, you learn to shoot this, and we'll get you
Yeah.
a rifle. All right, cool. So I became a master with the BB gun. I'm shooting squirrels, rabbits, birds, anything I can knock down, I'm shooting with it.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'm thinking, I'm doing good. I'm hitting cans, I'm hitting everything. We going hunting? No, we didn't go that year. So that year for Christmas, I got some hunting boots. So I'm thinking, you know what?
Yes,
He just pieces me out. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get it. And I don't know what happened. It just, I guess he forgot. And I started playing sports. And then I realized, you know what? He probably not. He's not gonna take me hunting. So that was like it for me. I jumped into sports, and that's basically what I did growing up.
Okay.
And then I went to college, and one of my roommates, one of my fraternity brothers, he was like, "Hey man, you ever duck hunt?" I'm like, "Nah, man." So he took me duck hunting, and I'm hooked. So we went duck hunting. We would start deer hunting, start hog hunting, coyote hunting, and then I graduated, and then I kind of just got away from it. Moved to South Dakota, and all of a sudden, like all my homies, like, "Hey man, you hunt?" I'm like, "No, not really." Man, you gotta get out. You in South Dakota, man. It's land of the big bucks, man.
You got to now.
So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I end up getting a tag one year, and I'm waiting. So we get our tags early. We get our tags in like September, and the season don't start till like November.
Okay, same
So
here.
yeah, so I'm like waiting. Finally, opening day come. I am ready. I go out. I get dropped off in this field, and I'm walking to the tree stand. As I'm walking to the tree stand, here come this doe, and I only had a doe tag because in South Dakota it's a draw, so I didn't draw a buck tag the first year, so I had a doe tag. Walking to the tree stand, I'm 5 minutes to the hunt, so I squat down in the field, and she just sitting there eating. She's probably about 50 yards from me, and I'm like, how does she not smell me? Because mind you, I don't know nothing about scent, none of that. I'm like, how does she not know that I'm here? So I'm just watching her, and the sun come up, and I'm looking. I get my phone out. I'm like, oh, it's shooting time. Wow, shooter. But I end up the guy that dropped me off. I end up calling him. Like, hey, I killed a deer. He's like, already. He didn't even got the truck yet. So he come back, and we get the deer. And like, dang, it's that easy?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Like, oh, is this easy? And like, but then I kind of found out, like, man. And then the next year, ended up getting a buck tag and killed a nice buck. And after that, I've just been hooked, man. You know that feeling once you get that that first buck, you grab them antlers.
You gotta have it,
man. It's hooked, man, and it's like.
And like the thing about me, I love to fish too, but I could wait forever on a deer. But when it comes to fishing, I can't. I can't wait. I'm more of a bass type. I gotta be throwing, moving. Like, but for like just a turkey, for instance, I like turkey hunting, but I'm not a big turkey hunter. So when I go out there for a turkey, if I don't catch them on the roost in the morning time, the chances of me staying out there for a long time, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But for deer, I've gotten to stand at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was dark, and I literally brought me something to eat, stayed there up in that tree stand until dark.
Yeah.
Didn't even move. I stayed right there. As long as I got my phone and I got my external charger, but I was seeing deer all day.
Yeah.
I just didn't see what I wanted to kill. But like I said, that's how much I enjoy deer hunting. That's number one on my charts. Yeah. But anyway, but a little about me. I grew up in a small town on a farm, Bamberg,
Okay.
South Carolina. Um, Basically, I graduated from Bamberg Earhart High School, home of the Red Raiders, and then I went to the Citadel Military College of South Carolina down in Charleston. I played football down there, cornerback. Graduated from there. Then I thought I was gonna stay close to the home, but I ended up going probably like 2 hours away from home, which is the upper state, South Carolina. So that's why I went to Greenville, South Carolina. Then I moved close to Charlotte, so now I'm in Lake Wiley. So yeah, I got a wife. She's currently pregnant now with my second child.
All right. Congratulations.
A boy. I got one of me, but I got a daughter. She's 4 years old, so I take her hunting too. So I'm getting her into it early. So everybody be like, "You got her out there in the stand that early?" I said, "Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta start them young.
yeah. I got a little hunting clothes and everything." I said, "She'll be all right." She's quiet. She basically she has her tablet, and I give her the headphones, and she's just like this the whole time. I don't not a peep, not a peep. But man, but yeah, but that's a little about me. I'm 36. Trust me, walking through them woods, I don't I still feel the same, but I can feel the aches now.
Yeah.
Versus when I was 18 and 20 something. I can feel those aches now. So, but besides that, man, I'm in great shape though, bro.
Hey man. So when I saw on your Instagram, I saw that you went to the Citadel. I'm like,
Mhm.
man, what are the odds? Because I went to Naval Academy.
Mm.
Yeah. And I played football at Naval Academy. And one of the biggest things, like when I was there, was we always wanted to play the Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
And I never understood why we never played. And
It's like a military type school, right?
yeah, so because I always thought, like, you got West Point, you got Air Force, and you got Navy, and we all play for the Commander in Chief trophy. And I
Mm.
always wonder, like, why the Citadel wasn't a part of that.
I have no idea. Well, we probably wasn't in your division, I would say, because we was a division two, 2A, two. I think because we played Wofford, we played all those guys. Like, where you originally from?
I'm originally from Texarkana, Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I don't know why we didn't all meet at a bowl or something, something like that. But that was, I'm assuming it was divisional thing. I don't know what it was. So
yeah, because to me it would only make sense. Like, why not have all the military academies
right.
play each other? But it is what it is. But what was it like? Saying playing at Citadel?
Man, the Citadel was rough, man. Like, see, because our first year, freshman year, called our knob year, it was basically we had a hell week or whatnot have you, and we had basically hell year. We had straight year of get out of get out.
Yep, all right,
Most
yep,
people last for like what a semester or something like that. So we had it your whole freshman year. We was like basically, we had to just do everything the sergeants tell us to do. We was just on lockdown. But by playing football, I got out of most of that stuff.
right.
But I still had to go back to the dorm rooms. I still had to go to formation or whatnot have you. I just didn't have to do all the parades or whatnot have you. So, but after that, it was pretty much smooth sailing your sophomore year. I didn't have people busting in my rooms or whatnot have you. But by the end of the day, it was a great school to go to. As soon as I got out, I wanted to be up out of there, to be honest with you. That
Yeah,
freshman year, I told my parents, I was like, I can't do this. I ain't built for this. 'Cause I wasn't built for that. I could take a lot, but I wasn't built for that.
yeah,
But I made it through or whatnot have you. And man, after I got out of school, people was like, look, man, stick to it. Trust me, you ain't gotta never worry about getting a job. And I just kept remembering, I was like, all right, stick to it. And sure enough, when I got out, man, it wasn't nothing for me to get a good job. Like,
Yep. People see it on your resume and they're like, oh yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
know he a good hard worker.
right, right.
Yeah.
And from then on, man, so I just been doing my thing, man, and just trying to move on up and just doing my thing, man. But I'm trying to make this hunting and fishing thing go blow though, like it's outdoors, like it's like we've been doing this for the most part all of our life. And
Right.
I feel like we, I should be a major part of the platform as far as it's my duty to let others know, especially other African Americans and anybody, everybody know that you know this is what it is. It's not all about like you know we do more than just the norm. When they like, I'm not gonna lie. When I see us out there like that hunting, it's like I'm looking like
Hey, dude, let me tell
it
you.
is. I'm sorry.
Last summer, me, my brother, my friend Rex, we all went out to the Total Archery Challenge out in Terry Peak, out in South Dakota, and
Yeah.
it's this huge archery shoot. You up in the mountains. I mean, you taking like 100-yard shots. I mean, it's a crazy event, but it's great. And me and my brother were the only black brothers out there. We was it.
Right.
And like on the last day, we're getting warmed up, and way across the field, my brother like look, he goes, bro, that's another black dude. And I look over there, and as soon as I look over there, he make eye contact with me, and he just, hey, and bro, I'm talking about he took off, came over, and he had his phone, and I guess he had some homeboys from wherever he was from. He was like, I told y'all I wasn't gonna be the only one out here. And man, we laughed, but like, but I'm like you. Whenever I see like another brother hunting, I like, hey man, like what got you into hunting? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
it's not a lot of us, in the sport. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And I don't know why that is, because like where I'm from, a lot of my family hunts, but a lot of guys don't. And whenever I ask them, a lot of them equate it to that white boys do that, and it's like, well, no,
No.
everybody can hunt. It's not just for one group of people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I say it's all about connections, man. Like people might think it's crazy, and my wife thought I was out of my mind. But what I kept doing was, I don't know him. I know of him. Everybody know him. You know him. It would be crazy. I'm gonna tell you what I was doing. You probably be like, well, I wonder why he was doing that. But you never know. I would always tag Deion Sanders, Shaq, and a couple more people that I kind of knew that was open to see. Deion, he likes the bass fish, right?
Right.
He loves the fish. And he might like to hunt. Shaq, he's pretty much open-minded, whatnot have you. And Marlon Humphreys, he likes to hunt too. Couple more people.
Trent Cole, what's
Trey
his name?
Cole.
Who's the big D lineman that played over in Philadelphia? Signed a big
Ooh,
old contract. You know what I'm talking about.
ooh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Was he
Um,
number 91? I forgot what number he was, but Dion sent me a like.
right.
He's like,
Oh, what?
yeah, and I was like, yo, I just bust out like, see, y'all thought I was crazy. It took me about a couple months, but I thought I was crazy, But the point is, man, it's all about getting yourself out there,
Right.
just building your platform. And what I'm hoping is that more people see us out there doing it, and they get into the game too. I think a lot of us we think that we don't have a big enough platform, but all we got to do, like, look what you're doing. You got a podcast. I
Right.
mean, if I would have been on IG 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago, I probably would have had a gazillion followers. I only been on IG for about 3 years now, and I'm up to 1,700. But I've been putting in the work.
Right.
And I see some people with like 25,000. I say,
Yeah, but sometimes people you can buy followers, right?
no,
Yes. So there's websites you can go to, and you can pay like $100, and you'll get like, I think $100 will get you 50 or 60 followers.
no, man.
Yeah,
Don't
and
tell me
the
that.
more you pay, the more followers you get, and people have started to catch on to that. So now these companies are doing like, they got like a network of people. So
Mm-hmm,
let's say they got like 5,000 people, and you pay $1,000 for 5,000.
mm-hmm.
Well, they'll actually go and like your stuff too. You can pay for likes. So all you gotta do is look at somebody's Instagram, and if they got like 20,000 followers, and then go look at their pictures and see, and if they'll have like, the 20,000 followers, they might have like 50 likes. Oh, they bought their followers.
I seen that.
Yeah, the ratios don't add up.
It didn't add up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm glad you told me that. See, it's stuff like that, because I'd be like, I'm over here putting this work in. I'm adding, I'm hashtagging, I'm doing on my YouTube. I know I just started YouTube, but I'm seeing hashtag, and I'm like, what kind of words to put in this so I can get, I'm just thinking, I'm like, blowing my mind, trying to, climb the pole. But I said, you know what? Do what you're doing, let it be, and it'll grow. That's what I'm doing now. Just do what you're doing, let it be.
The best way to do it is organically, because then the people that follow you, they actually are interested in your content.
Right.
So, and then another hack in the whole social media thing is, you got these influencers, they will build up a page. You know what I'm saying? They'll get, 50,000, 100,000 followers, and then you can buy the page from them. And then you buy the page from them, and you just delete all the pictures and start posting your stuff. Change the name, but those followers still stay with that account.
Wow. Boy,
yeah. Because I was just like you. I was getting disheartened. I'm like, man, I be hashtagging, I'm posting, and I'm like, and I'm still like, I haven't even cracked 400. Yeah, I haven't even cracked 400 followers yet. And I'm just, but my brother told me, you don't post enough. I'm like, yeah, because I don't post enough like I should be.
but like I said, it all depends on, what blew my mind, trying to, like Remington. And I look and I was like, Remington? That ain't the real Remington. They don't like my stuff. And I was like, I'm sitting like right there.
Yeah.
I think they was asking me like, asked me about my granddad's gun. I mean, the sling, my granddad's sling.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I gave him the place where I got it from or whatever. I went on there and gave, I replied back, as in on the post, because they commented, and I replied back. So next thing I know, they started following me. And I said, wait a minute. Let me look up. Boop. I said, hold on. They only got 300 followers? I mean, they're only following 300 people, but they got, I forgot like how many thousands of people following them.
Right.
I was number 300. And I was like, oh, Remington following me. This is Remington Arms, a real deal. I said,
like, yeah, you're doing something right.
Yeah. And then, they contacted me or whatever. The marketing team was like, hey, we appreciate you putting up, cause I always put Remington, because that's what I use. I use Remington, that's
right.
what I do. And they was like, hey man, we're gonna send you some stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I'm doing something right. And it's just stuff like that keeps me motivated. Like ScentLock sends me stuff, so I'm a part of ScentLock.
Oh, nice.
So I'm like, okay, we creeping along here, and then I got another guy that I'm part of as well. It's Wild Jaeger Adventures. So he sends me a lot of broadheads, stuff to try. He sent me a shooting stick, which I can probably use out there with you.
Yeah. Yep.
He sent me this nice carbon shooting stick. I mean, super light, man, like super light. So he wants me to try that out. So that's interesting, man. I'm just connecting with people like yourself, and I'm telling people like it should be one circle. Like, hey, bro, come over here to South Carolina. Don't worry about nothing. I got you covered. You want a deer hunt? You want a rabbit hunt? I got the land. You just come, and it should be reciprocated. I want to be able to go to, South Dakota. And then next thing you know, you come over here and like, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. I got you. Then we go to Alabama. Then we go to Ohio. It's all one circle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to do. I've been connecting with guys. I'm supposed to go rabbit hunting up in Ohio with houndsmen. I think you follow them. Houndsman hunts or something like that. Group of brothers up there in Ohio. So I was supposed to go hunting with them this year sometime, rabbit hunting, because they do a lot of rabbit hunting.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that, man. I'm just trying to be a part of and just put us, put the bros out there,
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I've tried rabbit hunting, and I don't know if I'm just shooting them with too much, but I just destroy them.
Oh,
like there ain't nothing left. I'm like, and and I do admit I do get a little close to them. Like I get real close.
Oh yeah, you get real close then.
Yeah, and it's like, man, like there ain't nothing to eat.
Hey, yeah, well, what kind of shells? See, I be shooting them high brass number 4s.
See, I be using those. I I use pheasant load number. I think your number 5s.
You use 3-inch, don't you? About 3-inch shots.
3 1/4.
Oh, well, that shouldn't mess them up. You must be right on top of them.
Right, I be on
Yeah,
top of
you be right on top of them.
we got these tree grows, and you just kind of walk real slow, and you see them like right underneath the trees. And when it snow, they can't hide. Like they sitting right there, like, oh, there you go. And they think they covered because they, you know what I'm saying, underneath the trees. Like, nah, dude, you there. Wow. And it's just it's just nothing left.
And when you come over here, you got briars to walk through, you got dog fennels, you got logs to cross. I mean, it's a whole different world when most of the time when you come up here and you shoot a rabbit, oh, he gonna be getting it. You gotta
get him on a fly.
You have to be getting it. You know, so you have to be on point. So I can't wait until you get a chance to come over here and just see the difference, man. It's a major difference, like really.
And see, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to like quit my job, and I just want to hunt all over the country year round. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can hunt something always, and I eat a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't harvest nothing that I'm not gonna eat.
Right.
You know, I mean, other than like a coyote, I'm not eating a coyote.
Yeah, I killed 2 of them last year. I'm like, nah, we just need to get rid of y'all because y'all eating all the rabbits, man. Like,
right. Yeah, we do it like up here, like I said, pheasant hunting is real big here. So like a lot of the like the game cleaning processors, they'll do like a predator hunt. And for every coyote pelt you bring, coyote, raccoon, can't think of nothing that was, and fox, you bring those in, and they'll put your name in like a drawing, and they'll give away like guns, Yeti coolers, sometimes like a lot of the processors, they're connected with the lodges, so it'd be like a free hunt, something like that. Okay. So or you can get paid. You can take it to the fur bearer and get a little bit of money, because right now in South Dakota, coyotes going for $75 a pelt. So you 75 right now, man.
I might kill him and ship him over to you.
Right. Shoot, 75. So and then like they'll do a tail hunt where like the raccoons and stuff, you bring the tail to Game Fishing Park and they'll give you $10 a tail. So it's up to $500 a household. Like, man, $500, that's a nice chunk of change.
Man, I just not killed 4 coons this weekend.
Bro, hey, South Dakota, man. they paying.
I got the gas money right there.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, I love it. I want to hunt in different different terrains, you know what I'm saying? Like South Dakota's cool. You know, I'm from Texas. I've hunted in Texas, woody areas, hunted in Arkansas, but I want to get out to South Carolina. I want to go up to New York, Ohio. I'm right down the street from Iowa, and I haven't hunted Iowa yet. I want to go up to Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Iowa got the big bucks.
I heard about
big bucks. But Iowa do it right though, because they just don't let they don't use rifles. It's all slugs. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Buckshot. So
okay.
So you don't got, if you don't, they're not harvesting a ton of bucks, you know what I'm saying, with rifles. And then archery, I think you gotta apply, get 2 years of preference points before you can go out and archery hunt if you're a non-resident. So and they built it into the culture to let the smaller deer walk, you know what I'm saying?
See, Georgia is similar. Because here in South Carolina, our deer population is so high. You got, our season starts from August 15th to January 1st in my zone. I'm in zone 3.
Okay. So
zone 3 is rifle, gun, whatever you got, from then all the way to the end. And you got, I forget how many tags they start me off with. 5 doe, 2 buck. It used to be like that. Dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you can just go through and because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
What happens is those guys from like different, Florida and stuff like that come up and they just have a field day and don't, killing these little small ones like this. And it's
Yeah.
like, I like to kind of manage my deer, me personally, but like I said, if I had enough money to hit this lottery, I'm just gonna get about 8,000 acres, fence the whole thing. That's me, but but yeah, as far as that, South Carolina probably need to do a little more better regulations, especially dog hunting because we got dog hunting out here too.
Oh, y'all can deer hunt with dogs?
Yeah, and see, the thing with dog hunting, if my land is here, you hunting dog hunting here, hog hunting here, dog hunting there, you can run through my land.
Yeah.
I be out there
Oh.
still hunting, but I didn't kill my buck upstairs, the big buck upstairs. I killed him. A dog ran him straight through, but I had to shoot at him like 5 times before I killed him because he was running.
Yeah.
So, but it's good and it's bad, because certain instances you done spent your time and your money out there, putting corn out and stuff because we can bait over here.
Okay.
So, and then they just come through there and boom, wipe it all. This is all the whole hunt. The whole hunt is over basically. But Georgia, you have to have at least a certain mile radius to run dogs. Like, hey, if I ain't got a mile that way and a mile that way to run dogs to where it don't run through nobody else's land,
Yeah.
that's what they do in Georgia. And they manage their bucks a lot better in Georgia because when I hunted in Georgia, I rarely seen any does. All I seen was bucks.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That,
So
see,
Georgia does real good at managing their deer.
See, in South Dakota, like our archery season starts September 1st and goes to January 1st. But rifle season, it starts usually the second week of November, and you got 2 weeks, and that's it.
Huh?
Yeah, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks for rifle season. That's it. And
so that's why you so big in the archery then.
yeah, because and you're not even guaranteed a rifle tag. So we have a draw.
Wow.
So, and you can't, and it's not like you get a tag, you can hunt the entire state. You have to apply for a tag specifically for the county you'll be hunting in.
Wow.
Yeah. So, for example, like I hunt in Tripp County, which is West River. I can't hunt in no other county. And you'll say you got 2 weeks and you done. Now, what you can do is you can apply for East River and the West River tag. So as soon as West River starts 1 week, and then the next week East River starts, and they end the same time. And it's, like I said, you got 2 weeks. So a lot of people are switching over to archery because you're guaranteed a tag. The season's longer, but the only thing what the trouble you run into is as soon as rifle season start, archery's dead. Like it's pretty much like if you hunt in public land, it's a wrap.
It's open season.
It's open season, yeah.
So with that being said, on how popular, I'm assuming everything's about supply and demand, would not have you popularity over there as far as price wise, and can get your hand on a good bow wise. How hard is it to get your hand on a good bow around your area, knowing that everybody's going to be after the best of the best versus a rifle? Like, can I come over there and buy a rifle for cheaper since I only got 2 weeks? What y'all gonna use it for?
Oh no. You're gonna pay the same cost anywhere you go for a rifle. Now with a bow, we got enough. Well, in Sioux Falls, we got 3 archery shops. Well, one's a big box store called Shields. It's huge. They got a ton of bows. Then there's an archery shop that I go to. It's called Archery Outfitters, and I mean they got whatever you need or want, they gonna get it for you. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if you want the best of the best, they'll get you the best of the best.
Okay.
But like for me, like that archery shop, they kind of direct you, point you in a direction based off, you know what I'm saying, your experience. So when I first walked in there, I came in like I heard I know Matthews, I know Hoyt, I know PSC, and that's what I want. And it was like, hey, look, you had never shot a bow before. How about you start out with this mission? It's a lot cheaper. You can get it, bow, get the whole setup and arrows for a little bit under $400. started with that, and after about 2 years with the mission, then I was like, you know what, I need something better, and I switched over to the Matthews V3,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's my Cadillac right there.
See, that's what I need, man. Like I need somebody like you close so I can be like, hey, man, sight this in for me. Like, cause I started off with it came with a single sight. It was a
Yeah,
single
just a
sight.
single pin.
Single pin.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know how many yards. Then I went to call myself being a big dog. Then I went to the 5 pin. I said, yeah,
yep.
I'm in here now. But my first deer I shot was at 40, 44. I sighted him. It was about 42,
I
45.
mean, that's a long shot. That's a good
I
shot.
let, hey, you couldn't tell me nothing with that dog. Hey, with that Easton, because I was like, I'm not even gonna hit this deer, but I'm gonna put it right there where it's supposed to be at. Boop, I let it go, and that thing said, let that right there, and I seen his tail went down and started running. I said, I ain't hit that deer. I done missed the deer because he ran back the other way. So I got out the climber or whatever like that. Walked over there. I said, what this arrow at? Because I didn't have no knocks on there at the time. I'm
Yeah,
and I looked, I seen the arrow. I said, oh, there you go over there. I walk over there. I said, this whole arrow red.
yeah.
so next thing you know, all I seen was blood everywhere. I mean, you can basically close your eyes and follow the trail.
Oh
And
dang.
he was like, I got a rat straight where it needed to be at. Where I put it at, that's where it was at. And I had it dialed up to about, I was on like 70 pounds. 70 pounds, I think. 70 pounds, yeah. And I let it go. And it ran about 20, 30 yards, and that was it.
Dang.
I was
What,
like,
what,
I'm
what,
the man.
what kind of broadhead was you using?
Huh?
What kind of broadhead were you using?
Oh, It's a Swacker?
The Swacker?
Swacker. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
using the Swacker broadhead, but then that's where I kind of get lost into the bow world, because I used the mechanical one time and it didn't do right.
Yep.
I was like, do I want to fix now, or do you want the hybrid? I want the best of both worlds, so I started to try this new hybrid called the Blood. What's it called? Blood something. But I wasn't getting the Rage. I said, well, you can't go wrong with the Rage. You're gonna pay for it, but you can't go wrong with the Rage. But I
Right.
don't want that band. I
Yeah,
don't like.
that band. Because dude, they break. They break.
Do they break?
Yeah, something like if you constantly like going hunting, say you don't kill nothing, you going in and out the woods, eventually like it'll just start rubbing and they'll just break on you. And sometimes you don't even know until you get ready, you pull back and you see the blades pop out. You like, oh snap. And you gotta
Yeah.
let down and get another, and I hope that the other bands then broke.
So what do you use? What's your broadhead of choice?
So I go with the Muzzies and Muzzy 500.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And
no, 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 no. That was I used that last year and I didn't. Nope. I go with the QAD 125 grain.
125 grain.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's a fixed broadhead. And this year I killed 2 doe, and I'm telling you, like the first doe, she was 25 yards, and I was up in a tree and I watching her let it go, and that was the first time that I had shot that Matthews at a deer, like first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking, it went so fast through her, and I thought I missed her because it went through and she just stood there and she kind of looked around, and there was another doe with her that took off.
Yeah.
And she kind of just looked and started eating again. I'm like, damn, I missed her. So I knock another one and go back, and then her tail dropped down, and then she start walking off like real slow.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, damn, I gut shotted her.
Uh-huh.
And then she ran up on his heel and she just dropped. So I waited about 15, 20 minutes, get down, and I go over, and it went right through, you know what I'm saying, double heart, double lung.
Uh-huh.
And arrow just covered in blood. I'm like, snap. It was it happened so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the hole was nice size, about an inch and a half.
See, that's what I want. I want a good hole, like a good cut, man. Like at least I don't want to go no less than an inch and a half. I think I messed up by using not a Montec. Was it a Montec? Yeah, I think it was a Montec, maybe. I think that was an inch broadhead, and it was a small buck, and I let it go. Went through real fast. He didn't know what happened. He kind of flinched, And I said, I seen when the arrow went through him. So I
Yeah.
knew it went through him. And he just sat there looking. Then I seen he started leaking. And I said, well, something. I said, is he hit right? I hit him a little high. Reason why I hit him a little high, one thing about these blinds now, even if you got a fixed broadhead, I'm taking that mesh down.
Yes, even though they say it's shoot through, do not shoot through it. Nope.
No, because
I missed 2 nice bucks shooting through the mesh.
Yeah, I mean, because I looked at the mesh again after I went back at it, and I hit the top part. It was the top. It was the part of the mesh. I think it just threw it off because I know it hit to the back of the deer. I said that's not where I was aiming at. What number? The 20-yard shot, 25-yard shot. And he walked off, and I seen the blood trickling, but it was trickling from right up in here, like high. I said, I didn't aim right there. I aimed for,
the
vital shot. So I tried to find. I walked about 350 yards trying to find that deer. He didn't went through hills and everything. I said no. If he was hit real good, he wouldn't be going down in the ditches, crawling up. No, he wouldn't be doing all that. So I lost that one. But from then on out, man, I'm like, time I get into the blind, I don't care what kind of noise it makes. I'm pulling that thing down.
Hey, I know last year I had a doe, and I don't know how she snuck up on me like she did, but I'm sitting in my blind and I'm looking. I call myself like I'm just alert, looking around, and I put my head down for like a little bit, and I might have dozed off. But when I looked up, she was 13 yards right in front of me. Ooh, so I rear back, pow, and she take off, boom. So I wait, get out, walking, find the arrow, covered in blood. Walk a little more, I'm finding huge blood splatter. Something, and she done. Mm-hmm. I walked 4 hours looking for this doe. Never found her. Wow. And I'm like, dang, like,
what you think it was?
Well, when I looked at my broadhead, it had broke. So I must have hit a rib or something, and the broadhead broke. Uh-huh. So I don't know if it hit her low or what. So I'm thinking she gonna die. I just can't find her. Kid you not, this season, probably I think like early September. Look at my game cam, and there's a doe, and on her right side, I see the line. Like, how she make it? Because I mean, it's right there in the vitals, and I don't know. It must just. I mean, it was like right above the vitals. Like you would have thought it would at least hit a lung, but my buddy was saying maybe you got her when she was exhaling, and it just went through and it missed everything and it just went straight through her.
Boy, that was the luckiest doe ever.
I'm telling you, and I was like, well, at least I know she made it.
Oh, mine didn't die either. My homeboy seen him in the camera. He said, "Hey, bro, ain't that the buck that you shot at?" He said, "Look at that little spot right here on his back, like above his back a little bit." And I looked, and like it was ruffled up a little bit.
Yeah,
that was because that was the same side I shot him on. That was him, sure enough. So at least he lived through it. So.
Oh yeah, and that's I'll say I will never shoot a mechanical broadhead again. Like I was done. Like I'm done with it. Now ever since then, I've gone to the fixed broadheads. It's just fixed broadhead with gold tip hunters, 340. That's my jam. So do you shoot with Easton full metal jackets?
You know what? I'm be honest with you. I ain't gonna get all technical with it because I don't know the technical. All I know is, put it this way. I know they was $15 a piece.
Oh yeah, so yeah, it went full metal jacket. No. I think full metal jackets probably run about $16. Yeah, about $16.
Yeah, I know there was $15 a piece when I bought them.
Are they real thin?
They're the carbon. It was a carbon. It's a white one. It's a carbon. It's called carbon something. All I know is it's light. It's light. It's real light. And when I tell you them boys will fly, them boys getting up out of there.
Yeah, I bet you shooting FMJs and full metal jackets.
Okay, I'm gonna have to show it to
you. I think I'm new to the archery thing, and I normally don't. I've never shot an Easton arrow, so I'm not. It's usually Victory or gold tip.
I heard about the Victories, and the only reason I'm shooting Easton, because guess what? That was the first deer I shot with it. Like, it's Easton. You can't tell me nothing but this.
Yep, stick what you know. Stick what you know.
But I did all the research, man. I've been on there looking at it's just like everybody just had their opinion, and by the end
Yeah.
of the day, they said, you know what, go with, you have to trial and error, whatever
Yep.
works. Because you're gonna laugh at me, but for the first couple times I went hunting with that bow, you know I took my rifle with me, right?
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just in case.
No, because you know what would have killed me if I would have got someplace and I seen that buck right there walk. I said, I would have got it.
Yep. Let me go with the old trusty boomstick.
Yes, right. Yes, right, man. That's
See,
right.
like that's one of the things that irritate me the most. Like with
Uh-huh.
archery, is I'll like there's this one public land spot that I go to, and like nobody hunts it. I don't know why. It's a good spot,
Uh-huh.
and every time I go, I'll see like 3 or 4 nice bucks, but they're like 300-400 yards. I'm like, man, if I bring my rifle, but I don't have a rifle tag for that
Right.
county. But see, with archery, once you get a tag, you can hunt any county on that side of the river. So that's why most people go with archery. And I
Okay.
always see nice bucks, and I like never get them close. So, and my thing is, I'm still learning the scent game. That
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that out. Like I get to the point now where I'm like on the verge of just buying another washer and dryer just for my hunting stuff.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, what you do, get you some. I use this year. I use the Cold Blue.
Yeah,
Other times I use the Scent Away washer. You know, put it. You know, detergent. Put it in there. Wash your clothes in it because I have the scent lock suit. You know, the coveralls.
yeah, I got
Zip
that
it
too.
up.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. You got that. Once you wash it in there, you spray down. I go in there and buy like Scent Away. You know, like the one in the orange bottle, Scent Away
Yeah,
Dead
well,
Down or
yeah.
whatever.
I use dead downwind. Yeah.
Pour half of it out. Pour you some peroxide in there. Peroxide will kill everything.
Oh
So
shit.
pour half of the bottle. You ain't got to pour it out on the ground, but just pour it into another bottle and take some peroxide and fill the rest of it up with peroxide. No scent. It'll kill. I had deer all around me. I meant to post. I haven't posted that video yet. I got so many videos, but it was deer all around me, and one of them almost hit the ladder of the stand.
Oh
I mean, it was
dang.
like 10 of them around me, just eating all in the pack. I was in a acorn tree because acorns are big down here.
Yeah.
That's the natural source. So I was in an acorn tree and they was all around me, man. Like I told my homeboy it was getting dark. I didn't want to spook him to let him know I was at. So I told him, I said, come, I said, drive the truck. Cause I'm sitting here like, drive the truck over here and to scare him away.
Yeah.
You know? So he drove the truck over and scared him away. I was like, man, I had deer all around me, man. Like, and I just sprayed down with that, man. Just spray down real good. The peroxide is the thing.
Peroxide.
See,
See,
just peroxide by itself.
you give me the game because I ain't heard nobody. I talked to a lot of people about scent, and no one has mentioned peroxide.
Peroxide. See, I'm giving y'all free game. Oh man, but
Oh
yeah,
man.
peroxide. And another thing is, if you don't have that wash, like like the wash to wash with the
Yep.
night before, or either
I do the night before and the morning and when I get up.
wash with water, plain water. No, like I got deodorant, like the whatchamacallit deodorant, like the Scent Away deodorant.
Yeah.
I put that on, but wash with plain water. Like if you don't have that, the Scent Away wash, just wash with plain water, bro.
Plain water, get it off,
Yeah,
get that
plain
humans
water.
coming off of you.
And
Yeah.
with my hair, I don't put nothing like the night before. I don't put no conditioner, nothing in it, because that's scent too.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, bro, if you might think it's crazy, but here in South Carolina, people don't believe it. But your breath.
No, I've heard that. I've heard
Breath.
the breath thing. Yep, I've heard that.
Yep. I've gargled my mouth with peroxide before I even leave out the house to go hunt. There you
See,
go.
I found there's this I cannot remember the name of it, but they make a mouthwash. I want to say it's
Oh, we got one that make one
I think Cold Blue make a mouthwash. I think it's Cold Blue.
on the game.
Because actually they make a nope, I'm wrong. It's Dead Downwind because they also make a chapstick. It's Dead Downwind.
See, that's where I fell short at. I would use cocoa butter chapstick, but I don't think that affected them because I mean, sweet. I mean, I just use cocoa butter chapstick, so it didn't bother them. Palmer's, that didn't bother them. But besides that, man, I'm like before I get in the stand, right before I get in the stand, wash my mouth out. And I'm saying, like, people always worry about the wind. I don't worry about the wind because that's not about to affect what I'm got. If I used to do it, I used to work. Well, I ain't killing no big bucks because of the wind. No, I wasn't killing big bucks because I was smelling. And the books don't let you know. The door will let you know.
Yep. But the Bucks, they get sent. They ain't even going that direction. Like, hey, something ain't right.
They're gonna say, well, he's not gonna know I'm here because I'm not gonna let him know. I'm going this way.
Yep.
But because the buck that I killed this year on the video, wind blowing red on the corn pile. Because I looked at it on my phone. I said, I don't care. Wind blowing red on the corn pile.
Here now.
He walked straight towards the corn pile, and I was like, let me go ahead and shoot this deer before something happened. But he was right there. I mean, I just got confidence in it, man. That suit and that peroxide.
Yeah, I've so I switch up my clothes all the time. So like when it's warm, I wear like Numa, but when it's cold, I use my my scent lock suit. You know what I'm saying? I got the one piece, and then I got the Bow Hunter Elite. To keep me warm, because once it get cold, I need something that's gonna block that wind from me.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that when I wear that scent lock, like the deer don't smell me at all. Like they ain't gonna smell because
I
have them all around me.
Scent lock suit kind of a light suit.
It's kind of light. Yeah.
Yeah. See, because what I do, I wear my heavy coveralls, and then I put my scent lock on top of that one when it's cold. So I have everything just held up inside. I watch both of them, but I put my heavy coveralls on that one piece, that big, heavy, thick one.
Yeah.
And I'll put my scent lock coveralls on top of that. That's when it's cold. That's 25 degrees, 17, but over there it's probably negative. So I know.
Man, I did it one time and I'll never do it again. I went out. It was like, it's probably negative 16. And man, I'm sitting in the ground blind and whew, man. I can you know what I'm saying? It to the point where the heat, the little hand warmers, they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, man, the first thing that walk out getting killed. I'm at that point. Like first thing that walk out is getting it. And after about 5 hours, I'm like, I gotta go.
Oh, you better than me. You better than me because it was about 20-something degrees. About 20-something, 30-something degrees a couple weeks ago. I'm good with these getting cold. But when my feet, my toes start hurting, man, I said, look, I was in that stand at 5:45. I said, look, if a day came out by 8:30, I'm gone. Usually I stay until about 10.
Yeah.
I can take it. I was like, look, and that's when I went and invested in some good thick socks. Like I mean, thick. And then but I can handle a lot of stuff, but when my feet get cold, boy, and you start feeling them boys throbbing.
Yep. It's too much. I got like, you gonna laugh. The first time I went hunting, bruh, I went in some my boy called them my all perps. Call them all perps, bro. They were some Stacey Adams dress shoes. I kid you not. No joke. He was like, bro, you going to these? I'm like, bro, it's all I got that's close to boots. And he was like, bro, your feet ain't gonna make it, dude. And to prove him
yelling at you, boy.
Bro, to prove him wrong, I'm like, man, I'm just gonna stick it out. Bro, we was about an hour in, and my feet was like, bro, we need to be warm, bro. Then they sit there like, yeah, just like this. And he's like, how your feet? They good. And I'm over like, man, I'm trying to wiggle my toes.
Please let something come out so we get this out of the way.
Trying to create some friction between my socks and the shoes. Like, come on now. And nothing. I'm like, hey, man, never again. After that, I invested in some boots.
Well, I can imagine, man. Like, does it snow over there a lot?
A lot.
Y'all got snow now?
No, but no, not now. This is a weird winter because usually, like now, we'd have a bunch of snow, but you got nothing. But it's cold.
Okay, yeah.
But I got some lacrosse boots, and them bad boys right there is good. They're supposed to be good to negative 60. Now I don't know who out hunting in negative 60 weather.
Don't worry about it. I bought me some hip boots from the Grand American, and they say the same thing. But I'm thinking to myself like, well, these better be good because I ain't going in that.
Exactly, negative 60. Yeah, they can keep it. I'll sit in the house and watch somebody hunt.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think, but so what do you have like as far as your game, like places that you want to go, what type of game you want to kill, like what's on your bucket list?
So
Like,
my bucket list, man. Number one, I want to go to New Zealand and hunt a red stag.
okay,
I want to get a red stag,
that's different.
and I want to get a bighorn sheep. But like right now in South Dakota, bighorn sheep, man, you talking about 300,000 for a tag.
Huh?
Yeah,
You wait a minute now. Oh.
because they auction off one tag, so that's it. And so like last year, I think the tag went, they auctioned it off for, yeah, they did auctions like 300,000. Yeah, look it up. I'm telling you, three hundred
I
thousand for.
believe you. I'll never get one of them. Then you.
Hey, check it. There's this guy that he donated this. It's called a kuyu, some kind of
Yeah,
some
hoodoo,
kind of
hoodoo.
hoodoo. There you go.
Yeah.
So this dude, he used to be like a heart doctor or something around here, and bro, he paid these guys like 20,000 a day to find this particular kuyu, and then he paid him another. Once they found it, he paid him another like $5,000 or $6,000 a day to watch it, to give him time to fly over to Africa to kill it. I'm like, I ain't got that kind of money, but I wouldn't mind killing something like that. But
Yeah.
like I said, my bucket list is gonna be, like I said, uh, red stag over New Zealand. I want to get a bighorn sheep. Um, I want to kill a grizzly bear with my bow. Uh, and of course, I want to get an elk. Like that's my goal. And I got close this season, and it was just the wind got me. And then I'm not good at ranging stuff without my rangefinder, and I didn't have time to range, then draw my bow back. And by the time I got the full draw, the wind changed on me, and that joker took off. He was only like 36 yards away. I
Oh
know, man. I
no,
know. But
no.
let me tell you, elk hunting, those are the biggest, quietest animals I've ever hunted in my life.
I've heard that because I'm looking on TV and I'm like, man, as big as that target is, you can never miss. That's something. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, it's like a horse, basically, ain't it?
Bro, they're huge. They're huge. And the hard part is finding them. Once you find them and you can get them close to you, I mean, you're not gonna miss that target. I mean, unless you just, what I'm saying, you get that fever.
So
But
do you call too?
yep, I call.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Man, hey, it looked easy, but it took me a long time to learn how to bugle. Because
Mhm.
like they can tell if you like a crappy bugler, they'll be able to tell. They're like, that ain't no real,
Ain't no real one.
nope.
Right.
And then I had a guy tell me a lot of guys go out and they just get the calling. Even with whitetail hunting, they just call. And it goes, yeah, they might be calling right, but are they doing the right call for the right situation? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you don't want to just go out and bugle like real loud, because they might be out in a pasture somewhere just chilling, and you come in bugling. That'd be equivalent to walking into like a meeting. Hey, everybody, what's up? Hey, I want
Wake
to fight
up.
you. And they're like, what? Hey, we ain't
What
even
did you do?
we over here chilling, G. What you talking about?
Let's get up out of here.
Yeah, and they move on. So you gotta know what call for what situation, like
Mhm.
when you're hunting. And I think that's the hardest part, to knowing, like, do I give a big old bugle? Do I bugle and chuckle? It's just kind of like, trying to figure them out.
So that's a part up here that I think people mess up with too when they call deer. The easiest call to do up here is basically the tending grunt. Hey, I'm over here, like bruh,
Yep.
bruh, bruh. I'm a deer. Just letting y'all know, hey, I'm here, man. That's the if you don't know what else to do, just hit that call.
Yeah.
But as far as the aggressive, bucks, like a doe in the estrus. You ever heard of a doe in the can?
Yeah. I got one of those them primo cans.
There you go. That's a good one over here too. You hit that dough in a can with a grunt behind it. So you look out.
Man, see, I don't know if they work because I be and I don't get nothing. But I got this. I got one of those executioner calls, and you can switch it up from a dough to like a fine.
How
But
is that? I started.
bro, I love it, bro. Like, ever since I've used that, I call them. They come in. That along with they make a thing called the black racks, and you just kind of rattle a little bit,
Yeah.
and then give a little grunt. Switch it over to the dough and extras. Give a call, and dude, they
Because my
come in.
homeboys, they stand by the buck roar. I'm not a buck roar guy. It only worked one time for me, but it didn't work several. To me, the buck roar. See, we hunt a lot. We hunt a lot of cut downs.
Yeah.
So when you hunt a cut down, if you can sneak in there early in the morning, that buck's still probably bedded if he's there. If he's in shot and hearing range, he's gonna come.
Yep.
But if the buck is like there and you hit that buck roar, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, that buck ain't from here. That's one of them wet. That's one of them big boys. I can get out of here."
Yep.
Buck roar, it seems like it's a huge deer, and I've heard deer over here, and they don't sound that big.
Yeah.
And the buck roar is like, I'm like, now if the deer is out of range, if he's way over there, the buck roar will work. It'll work.
Yeah, because by the time it reached to him, it's getting kind of died down.
Right. And see, but that's just my thing. I'm more of a kind of a natural. That's why I was gonna get the executioner, but I didn't know how it was. So
yeah, it's a good call. So do you guys use
natural?
Yeah, it sounds real natural. Yeah, I mean, out of all the calls I've used, that one sounds the most natural.
Okay.
And do you guys use decoys out there?
I got decoys. I'm gonna be honest. I should have used it more than I did. I got a decoy when I was in high school. You know me. You know how we is when we young. I want this. I'm gonna get this. I seen it on TV. It might work.
Yep.
I got that decoy, and I used that decoy. No lie, Trey. I used that decoy probably 3 times. It's still in the barn. And I'm like, I need to get that decoy and use it, but I don't know, man. When you hear stories about people just walking up to the stand and time they get in the stand, they look out there, oh, look at the buck right there.
Yep.
You be like, I'm doing all this work. You know what I'm saying?
Man, with decoys, what I've learned is I've had the most success with decoys when I'm out like in the cornfield and like you put it out there, and I mean there's like no cover around. So basically you hoping that you get a buck that's cruising, you call to him and he'll look over and like, all right, that he was calling me. Because what I've had in the past is I'll rattle and I'll grunt. And there's one place that I hunt, there's like a creek, maybe about 140 yards away. And the bucks bed down in the creek. Well, they'll come up and they'll come to the fence line and they'll look over into that field and say, I heard something come from this area, but I don't see nothing. And they get hung up at that fence line. So they'll walk the fence line back and forth, back and forth. And then they'll like, well, ain't nothing there, and they'll leave. Once I put that decoy out there and I'll call, they'll look, all right, there you go, and they'll hop over, and it's game over after that.
Game over after that. See, I want to hunt more cornfields, but the land we got, we don't have any big cornfields on it. But we do have some fields that I'm planting grain in this year. My whole goal this year is to keep the deer eating year round until deer season. Because I swear to you, them deer know when it's deer season.
Yes, they know. They know.
They know it. They know it. So I'm gonna go ahead. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go out there when I go back home. I'm gonna go back and start planting some winter rye and stuff like that for them. So yeah, I'm gonna keep them fed, man.
Oh yeah, we did that this year. We did a food plot and we planted clover, winter oats, turnips, and dude, they tear those turnips up, man. They don't even give them a chance to make it. The clover and the turnips, dude, they demolished them. But our food plot, it didn't grow. It kind of grew in patches because I first time doing it, so I didn't. Yeah, just growing in patches.
Yeah.
Yep. And my buddy was telling me you got to find out what the pH level is in the soil. You got to put lime down to neutralize the pH level, and then plant, and then you'll get your everything will kind of grow even. And then we didn't get any rain this summer, so it was almost like it was a drought. so wasn't no water, and I wasn't about to haul any water out there, and you know what I'm saying, like I ain't got that kind of time.
Yeah.
But the food plot is definitely that's what we have to use. We can't bait, we can't put corn out or nothing like that. So so best thing you got is food plots, or you know what I'm saying, there's a ton of ag fields, you know what I'm saying. There's farmers got soybeans in the field, they got corn, they got what's that stuff called, Milo.
Yeah.
In the deer, they tear that stuff up. So
so you
just
good.
hope, yeah. So like the deer here, man, by the time it gets November, them jokers neck sitting about this big, and so when you cut them open, it's just fat. They get ready for the winter because they got to make it.
Right. Yeah, man, that's awesome right there, man. Like, I'm ready to get over there, man. Cause like, but I guess on my list, you finished with your big game list?
Oh yeah. I was just about to ask you, what was your list?
Man, I got hog already. I went down to Florida. I got me some hogs from Florida. I went out to Texas. Yeah, well, I don't know what part of Texas. You ever heard of Hutto, Texas, by Austin over there? Hutto.
Yeah. Yep. I've been to
Hutto,
Hutto.
Texas, because I have family out there. So went out there on a hog hunt. Didn't see anything. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll come back to Texas soon. But I want to get a black bear, which I can get over here. And North Carolina has black bear, which is right above me. Then I want to get big game wise, I think I want to get an elk. I want to go elk. Then I want to maybe get a grizz, but like you said, when you was like archery grizz, I was like, you know what, Tim? I'm gonna call you Tim Wells. I ain't gonna push my luck, but at the same time, I might push my luck. But a grizzly would be cool from going to Canada or either Alaska, brown bear or something like that. And last on my bucket list, I want to go for one of the big five in Africa. I want to go for the the big
the water buffalo.
What do they call it? Oh, they call him a name. But anyway, the big water buffalo. I want to go for him. So I done priced it, $26,000. That's pretty much for the trip. The trip to kill, stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, Black Death. That's what I was
Black Death.
That's what they call it, Black Death. That's what I want to go for. So that's my bucket list, bro. Pretty much.
Man, the only thing that get me about hunting the big game in Africa is, and they might have got rid of the rule, but you can't bring none of the meat back.
I heard.
Yeah, because I was watching. You ever watch what's his name? Jim Shockey.
Jim Shockey.
Yeah,
he gives it to the village, don't he?
Yeah, he killed a elephant with a muzzle loader. And
he did. I remember that.
Bro, I kid you not, those villagers came in, and in about 30 minutes they had that joker to the bone. They had to the bone. I'm like, man, I would have took all that meat home.
Man, and see, that's what, from my understanding, if it, like you said, unless it's changed, that's the only thing that got me, because I'm like, I kind of want to eat a little piece of this, like take some of it home. But as long as I got the big head,
yeah,
it's just gonna cost me another arm and a leg to get mounted.
Yeah, to get it back and mount it. Hey, mounts are not cheap. It's to the point where I thought, like, I got some free time, I'm gonna learn how to mount my own stuff. Man, but it's hard though. It ain't easy work.
Man, I remember my first deer, bro. No lie, that was back when I was in high school. My first buck, 2002. It was $150.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Guess what it is now?
Now it's probably gonna cost you about
$600. Yeah, $600.
Yeah, about $600.
So that's what. So when he said I dropped my buck off that I killed this year, he said, "Oh, I'm backed up right now, man. Can you do 6 months?" I said, "Yeah, I can do 6 months. All right, I appreciate it."
Bro, I took my antelope in.
Even get this money.
Man, I took my antelope in, and he told me 9. He goes, "Hey, it's gonna be 9 months, man." I'm like, "Hey, that's fine."
That's fine, man. I was like, "Man, don't say no 3 months, right? No 2 months." I'm like, "No, you get." When he said 6, I said, $100 a month. I already go ahead and get this out of my paycheck right now. Every time I get a paycheck,
Yep, just go on and put it back.
yeah.
But
So
man,
yeah.
hey, I mean, if you interested, I do have a spot booked in Canada to go bear hunting. I can have up to 5 people with me. I got the whole week to myself. Go to Canada, kill black bear. It's like it's like 2,200.
And how long is this?
It was a
Oh,
week.
a week.
A week.
A week. Let me think on that.
Yeah, it's open, man. You got till
when is it?
August 27th.
Oh, I got plenty of time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. Yep.
Yeah, I keep you up to date on that.
Oh yeah, because and here's the thing, man. I booked this hunt in 2019. So check it. So I booked it. So the guy came down because we have this thing called a sportsman show, and they bring in all these outfitters from all over the world. So met this guy, and me and him talked for like 2 hours, man. Like usually I try to get around and hit all the booths, but this dude just like, we get in conversation with somebody, man. It's just good. So we talking about hunting stuff, and I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna book a hunt. So I booked the hunt, gave him my deposit. Well, they ended up shutting the show down because of COVID. Not COVID.
Right.
Nope, I take that back. Talked to him, boom, we left. So then the next year coming around, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the hunt. I was like, hey, are you coming to the show this year? He was like, yeah. So he came down. I get to the show and the doors are locked. And the guy was like, man, we gotta close it up because COVID, we gotta send everybody home. So I'm like, dang. So I end up meeting up with the guy, gave him my $400 deposit. He was like, cool, you good. So the hunt comes up and he's like, hey man, the border's closed. We gotta push your hunt back. So I'm like, cool. They push it back to 2001. So the border still closed. So he calls me a week before my hunt and was like, hey man, they opened up the border. Can you make it? I'm like, dude, you ain't said nothing to me all year long. I can't just up and go, you know what I'm saying? So no, and we ended up pushing it back to this year. So
22. Right.
Hopefully this COVID stuff kind of die down. They can still keep the border open and I can go get my bear. If not, I'm like, hey bro, you can see my $400 back because I'm
that's for one?
Huh?
One black bear?
Yeah, you get one black bear and then you get to fish all afternoon. So you fish all morning and then in the afternoon you go out and bear hunt. And they bait, and he got 100% success rate. So they put donuts and Twinkies and all kind of stuff in the barrel, and the
So
bears.
with that being said, it's a chance I might run into a grizz.
I don't think there's grizzly this part. It's in Ontario. I don't think there's any grizzlies in Ontario. I hope, but they say ain't no grizzlies, and you walk out there and they're. Hey, I knew I didn't pay for a grizzly, but hey, it's me and him.
Hey, because when I went to Georgia and I went to the mountains up there, and they had like this piece where they keep like bears and stuff at. They had a couple bears.
Yeah.
No lie. I went to this part and it was like they say, hey, some grizzly bears in there, like you see the grizzly bears or whatever. I ain't a big zoo guy, but something similar like that. And this bear was 1,200 pounds. You understand me?
Nope.
It was every bit of what they say on Wild Discovery. Because that was the first time me seeing a brown bear in person.
Yeah. When
they say that look in their eye, when they make eye contact with you, he was just pacing back and forth, just looking at me like this right here. When I was froze because his eye was red and he was just looking back and forth like, I want to kill you. And when I tell you his nails was like every bit of that right there, man. Ever since then, I'm like, no.
Yep.
I don't see how them people survive getting attacked by those. I don't see.
Man, when they say play dead, like, no, I'm not playing dead, man. Like they say you can't run from them because they run so fast. But I'm like, I'm gonna take my chances running.
Oh boy!
But anyway. There's a guy out in the Black Hills. His name is Al. He runs Black Hills Archery Shop. Black Hills Archery Shop. He killed the 3rd largest grizzly bear in the world with his bow. Mind you, he was 90 feet from this bear. I didn't believe him. I'm like, man, you lying. He goes, I'll show you the video. So he take me in his office, show me and my boys his video. He like, watch this, turns it on. So he's like pinned up against this like rock. So the cameraman's behind him, and you see the back of the bear walk right in front of him. He goes, I'm going to shoot him. And he let the arrow go, and you hear this, "Ruh." I mean, just sound like a dinosaur, man. Ruh. Bro, the cameraman dropped the camera and dipped on his ass, bro. Dip. The cameraman was like, "Oh shit!"
That was me. That was me.
And so he was like, "Yep, see, I told you." And I was like, "Did he just drop?" He goes, "Oh no, he like bedded himself down in like this brush." And they sit there on the side like, who can go check and see if he did? I'm like,
let's let that dude stay there for hours.
Yep. And bro, he got the bear mounted, and I think Al probably about 5'6", 5'7". Bro, that bear stands about 7 foot tall on 2 feet. His paws are about this big. Bro, wow. I was like,
shot him with an arrow. Now let me ask you this: what can you shoot him with up there in Canada?
You whatever you want, bow, gun, whatever you want to bring.
Man, we cool. Cool, because that 30-06, either I'll borrow my homeboy 300 ultra mag. Ooh. I know that'll get the job.
Gotta put him there. Hey, bro, that 30. Hey, I shoot a Remington 30-06, and bro, people be like, man, that's a whole lot of gun. Look, it's an all-purpose gun. I can shoot elk with this 30-06, and I can shoot whitetail with 30-06. I can get it done, man. And then I just bought a 6.5 Creedmoor Savage, but I hadn't even got a chance to shoot that yet.
I heard about those, man.
Yep, hey, that 6.5 Creedmoor, man. I was at gun range, and this dude had I think it was an AR-10, 6.5 Creedmoor. He had a muzzle brake on it, and bruh, I took my headphones, my earphones off, and I was talking to my dad, and that dude shot, and bro, it felt like somebody stuck a knife in my ear. I'm like, gosh, dog, man. I mean, it was just, pow. He hitting the plate at 600 yards, dead center. Ding, ding. I'm like, bro, what you shooting with that? I'm going whitetail hunting. I'm like, oh shit, them deer ain't got a chance.
Ain't got no chance in that. Hey.
None.
What you use? What kind of bullets you use?
I use the
for your
I use Federal. I think it's called Federal Soft Point with 150 grain.
I'm a soft point man too. I use the Remington Core Lock.
I use Core Lock too in the green yellow box.
Yeah, that's the box, man. That's the box right there, man. Like I started off using. Remember, there was like $17.99 per box.
Yep, now they're like $32.
No, 42. I bought 42.99. I bought 2 boxes, and that didn't held me down, but I'm down to 1 now. So
are you guys having ammo issue over in South Carolina?
It was a while back, but now it's starting to put it this way. People won't let ammo build up in the store. Like Academy, if you go to Academy, you got to be there on Wednesday morning before they open, like at the door, knowing when you got to know when the shipment comes in.
Yeah.
But like it's certain. It all depends on what caliber rifle. I found out that 243s are available a lot. I got a 243 too, but 270s are starting to come. But when it comes to the 300s, it might find 300 every now and then. But 30-06s, like the Creedmoor, I can't count. My homeboy got a 6.5. He can't find that.
Yep, I bought the gun and can't get no ammo. The dude, the store I bought it from, he told me when he was like, man, if you buy this gun, I give you a box of ammo. I'm like, man, let me think about it. Man, I went back and bought it, and he wasn't there. And the lady that sold it to me, she was like, we ain't got no ammo. Like, I thought I was getting a free box. Like, nope. So I'm like, dang. So I've been looking, but like over this way, you can't find 223, you can't find 243, you can't find 6.5 Creedmoor, 30-06, 7mm 08. Only thing you can't find 270. The only thing you can find in stores right now is 300 Win Mag.
300 Win Mag, yeah.
That's it.
You ever run across 300 Win Mag Remington Core Locks?
Nope. The store that I go to, they only got the Browning 300 Win Mag, and I'm like, I'm not paying $56 for a box.
No, I did that one time. I did that with a nozzle. I called myself, let me see what nozzle is all about.
Yeah, nope.
Kolak, best thing. Well, next to your whatever. Kolak was the deadliest mushroom in the woods. That's true. Everything
Hey,
I hear with that Kolak ain't nothing happening after that.
I have noticed this though. Like I grew up thinking that no, it don't matter what brand of bullet you use in your gun, as long as it's the right cartridge, your gun gonna shoot it. That's not the case. Because I noticed like when I shoot those federals, I cannot get my rifle like dead, like you know what I'm saying, zeroed in at 300. It might be a little off to the left, a little off to the right. I just can't get it right on. But when I shoot them core locks, it's right on the money, man. It's just right on, and it's like my gun like what it like.
Yeah, and
But
see
I have a hard time finding them though.
that's why I didn't mind paying $42. I knew
Yep.
I needed. I was like, look, I just went and got 2 boxes, and I found 180 grain soft points because I don't like the PSPs. I don't like the pointed ones. I like that big bull nose one.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't like the pointed ones. But I mean, that's all I see right now is the 180 grain PSPs. But I like the soft points. It's hard trying to find the soft points in that one. Trust me, when I get my hands on some soft points, I might spend $100 and something because I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
about 2 boxes. But
Yep.
you know,
When you see it, you gotta get it, man. I try to be conservative, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, you know what, man, I'll just get 2 boxes, you know what I'm saying? Because I want somebody else to get some.
mm-hmm.
Nope. Next time I see it, I'm grabbing 10, 15 boxes. I just gotta get them because I don't know
Because
when
you
they're
don't
gonna get them
know.
again.
You never know. Like you never know. Like because I remember I got them from Walmart. Well, before I paid $42, it was $17.99. I seen 4 boxes. I was like, let me just get 1 box. That was a mistake. I should have grabbed every last one of them.
Yep, because you never know, man. You never
Yeah.
know. So like there's this big thing going on, and it's just here recently, but Boone and Crockett came out and said that they are not going to they're not going to like record deer if you kill it with a like with these smart scopes.
Oh,
Are you familiar with the smart scopes?
that's the one that when you put it on there, it'll pretty much range it for you and tell you where to put it at to where you
Yeah,
put your yeah.
yeah, the holdover. Yeah, so it's the 6-hour BDX, and it comes with the rangefinder, and the rangefinder Bluetooth to the scope, and you put all your ballistic information in, and all you gotta do is just range. You know what I'm saying? Range whatever you shooting, and that scope gonna tell you, the wind blowing this fast, and it's gonna give you the holdover, like boom, and you just put it there. And they saying, hey, it's not fair chase anymore. What do you think about that? And they're cracking down on the cellular cameras. You know what I'm saying? The cameras that send the pictures to your phone.
Oh, really?
They saying it's not fair chase anymore. They saying it's not giving the deer a fair shot. So what do you think
Well,
about that?
well, as far as that goes, whew, well, as far as the rifle, the scope, that would be probably I can kind of agree to a certain extent about the scope wise, even though I was considering getting one.
Yep, me too.
Especially if I had to shoot 600 yards, yeah, I think I want something to help me out. And I done paid how much to come out there and hunt that elk? I think I'm gonna need something. But at the same time, I can see where it's kind of like cheating a little bit. So I'm kind of like half and half with that. As far as the cameras, yes and no. Because I've been hunting with cameras for a good while. I started off with the little cameras that you got to go out there and take the card out and put it in, take
Yep.
it back home. It's all about time. If I got a camera out there and I got his pattern down, that's what I did with my buck. I got his pattern down. I know that he comes here every 3 days, and he'll come every 3 days, and then he'll come 1 or 2 days in a row. Then he won't show up till 3 or 4 days after. It was a pattern. I watched him because due to me and my work schedule, I can't be out there 5 days a week.
Right.
If I could be out there 5 days a week, I wouldn't need the camera. But then again, I had the camera, so I used it, and sure enough, he didn't come that Friday. he didn't come that Saturday, and I was there. But sure enough, I went that Sunday morning because he comes in the morning time between 6 and 8:30. So I knew when
you had him.
he came that Sunday. That was the third day. He never missed 3 days in a row. Killed him. I killed him at 7:13. Now people might call that a cheat, but people might call that just being using what you got to get him.
Yeah, see, I call it using what you got because think about it. Even though you knew his pattern, you still had to.
It wasn't a guarantee.
It wasn't a guarantee. You still got to get in the woods and not spook nothing. So you still got to be stealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still got to, you know what I'm saying? How your scent covered up.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Your scent covered.
You still have to do everything right leading up to getting that shot. So I don't think the camera. I mean, yeah, did it help to get the pattern? Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you did that. You can do that with any camera. But
Yeah.
I think the reason that people are freaking out about the cell phone cameras is it cuts out having to go into the woods. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It cuts all that out. So now I know I put that camera there. It's gonna send me those pictures, and that eliminates one more step. Like now I don't have to cover up my scent when I go check that camera.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what they're getting upset about. Like, yeah, these deer aren't having a fair shot, but I still think you still got to get to the stand and not spook anything.
Yeah, I mean, you can dig so deep into that stuff, man. Like in that case, then scent cover is not a fair shot.
Yep, scent cover not a fair shot.
Okay, if I use peroxide, that's a fair shot because guess what? I didn't go out and purchase nothing that was made specifically just to hide myself. You know, like the blind, like the whatchamacallit blind. What you call it? The invisible blind. You ever seen that?
Is that the one that look like glass? It's like that reflective plastic.
I don't know.
Not plastic, but I think it's like some kind of
When you get into it, you can see everything around you, but the deer can't see you.
Oh no, I got one of those Rhinos 180s.
How is that?
They got the 180 and the 360. It's not what how they advertise it. When you let me tell you, because I was a believer. I'm like, I'm gonna buy one because I hadn't seen pictures on Instagram and all the hunting magazines they in there. I'm like, man, like it's a clear shot.
Yeah.
Man, when you get in that joker, it looked like you're looking through mesh. So you know when you're looking through the shooting mesh, it looked just like that. It's not all clear.
So from the outside though, from the outside looking in, what it looks like.
If they far away, they can't see in. But the closer they get, they can see you move around in there.
I knew it was something.
If there's any light that's coming in behind you, they can see you.
They can see your silhouette and everything.
Yep. It ain't all what it's cracked up to be.
I'm glad I didn't get it, bro.
Now I'm gonna say this: I didn't get the $300 one. Mine was $150. It's the 180. Now the 360 one that's like $350, $400. It might be a little bit better quality. I ain't gonna talk all bad on them.
Well, it might be this bigger though. Ain't that just a bigger one?
It's just a big one, but it might be more quality. I don't know. I haven't been able to get in one, but I know the 180 that I got is it ain't what it's cracked up to be. And then don't let the wind pick it up, and because they all the little arms they break easy.
Yeah, and that's the problem I had because I had a big Rhino blind. I had the one I can stand up. I had my cameraman right there with me. I can stand up. I can walk all. Well, I love I call that the penthouse. I love that because I can stand up, stretch like this right here, and everything, man. But the arms, trying to get it to fold up, one of the arms broke, and I just sent it back, and I never did get another one. But I like that though.
Like when I first started, I was a big fan of the ground blind because I just wasn't about to get into a tree. I'm like, I'm not getting up in the tree at all.
How much? But you must be a big fella.
No, I like it. To me, it was like, why would anybody hunt from a tree? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like you hear about people falling out of trees. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. But that was me not knowing about the safety harnesses and the lifelines and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm never hunting from a tree. And I noticed that like this one spot that I hunt, about 80 yards in front of me, it goes down and it's a creek runs through there. Well, I'd be sitting there and I would see deer come down the hill and then they go into the creek. I'm thinking, they finna come up. And nope, they
Mhm.
never come. I'm like, what in the heck? So one day I got frustrated and I just went over and looked. And dude, so the creek goes down like this along the bank. Dude, they done made a path alongside of that hill because they know they covered up the whole way around.
Yep.
Now, if I'd have been in a tree, I would look right down into
Go
it.
right
So
down at
that's
it.
so I was like, you know what? I got a man up, get a tree stand, and I
Get
bought
you a
one.
summit. Get you a summit.
I got a summit climber.
Good. There you go. Get you the
Yep.
summit, man. I got the Viper and I got the Goliath. Like when I tell you the best thing since sliced bread, yeah. So
So have you seen the tree saddles?
I heard about the tree saddle. That's the tree saddle. Tree saddle. No, explain that to me. Hold on. I might have.
So the tree saddle is basically it's a harness. It's a harness, and you still got to use the legs to get up in the tree, but you basically you're hanging.
I ain't do. I know exactly. No, dude.
Yeah, you're hanging. You're basically just hanging off the tree, and you got a small platform that's maybe 12 inches wide, and you just kind of now. One of my homeboys, he just got one, and he was like, before he buy anything, he do a ton of research. Well, he called me this week, and he was like, "Bruh, it took me like 2 hours to get up in the tree." So I guess if it comes with practice, it'll be a lot easier. But it's a whole lot lighter to get in the woods. You get in there, all you got is your stick, you got your harness on, and you basically just use your rope to get up there and you there.
Nah, bro. I'd
I
rather
don't know.
climb a naked tree.
See, I'm yeah,
And
climb a
sit on
naked
a
tree.
branch. I'd rather climb a naked tree and sit on a branch, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna give it a try this spring, and see because like I like my summit. It's a little heavy, but man, I get up in it. I mean, it's easy. Just boom. You know what I'm saying? You climb up there and you there. But I'll see because there's some places where I just can't get the summit in because it's just so thick.
Yeah.
Where it would actually suit me to have a tree saddle,
Right.
but I don't know, man. I still love the ground blind. Whenever my dad and brother come up here, they not getting my dad and brother. They big men.
No,
My dad is
my daddy ain't getting in it either. He's about 6'3", 250 pounds. He ain't getting in that. No.
yeah. My dad is 6'4", and my brother is like 6'2",
Mm-mm.
280. He ain't getting up in no tree. So he like, hey, we sticking on the ground,
Yeah.
and and that is what it is, man.
Heck yeah,
So
bro.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
But Charles, man, I appreciate you, man, taking time out of your day to come on to the first. This is the first episode of the Dread Archer podcast, by the way.
What?
Yeah, this is the
First
first episode,
episode, my first podcast. That's what's going
right?
on,
Hey,
man.
so
What's going on?
hey, it's the first episode of Dread Archer podcast, man. I appreciate you, like I said, taking time out of your night to come talk to me, man. And hey, we definitely gotta get you out here to South Dakota, man. Get you on some whitetail, antelope, whatever you want to do, we gonna do it. And what you call it, and then get me out there to South Carolina, man, and
I
get one of
got
these
you,
South
man.
Carolina bucks.
Come on down here, bro. We do everything you want to do. You want a deer hunt, you want a coon hunt, you want a rabbit hunt, you want a turkey hunt. I got you covered, man. Don't worry.
Hey, I do want a coon hunt. Like I've always wanted to do that, man. I
Hey,
mean,
I got you covered.
hey, definitely, man. Like I said, I appreciate it, man.
And I appreciate
I'm
you having
looking
me.
forward to getting out there.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me, man. And I look forward to meeting you one day. And hey, we're gonna start chatting more on the phone and just get to know each other, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, and if you got some recipes for deer, send them
Oh
my
yeah,
way. Cause hey, I love to cook, man. I love
I
to cook.
know, because I love to cook too. I got a little jealous. I said, what's going on here?
Hey, I'm telling you, dude. Hey, I was thinking one day, I was like I like tomahawk steaks, you know what I'm saying, with the big
Yeah,
bone coming out. I'm like,
yeah.
man, I wonder if I can do that with a deer.
Hey.
So I started looking at like the anatomy of a deer. I'm like,
Mhm.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, they
So
just the
hey,
same anatomy as a cow.
bro, I did it, and dude, everybody love them, man. Like they be like, yo, we want the backstrap with the bone. I'm like, hey man, hey that hey
You got me thinking that.
That's for special occasions, man.
Man, that's what's going on, though, bro. Man, you got to teach me how to cut it out, though. That's what you got to teach me how to cut it. See, I don't know how to cut it.
Hey, so you gotta get you a bone saw.
Okay, bone saw. Okay,
Yep.
okay. But yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure. Tell everybody to stay tuned and this keep up with Carolina Southern Outdoors because I'm gonna keep it coming.
So, oh yeah, and let the people know your Instagram and where they can find you.
Man, basically I'm on Facebook at Carolina Southern Outdoors, as well as Instagram at Carolina Southern Outdoors, and you can catch me on YouTube at Carolina Southern Outdoors. That's how we're gonna do it. South Kakalaki in the building.
All righty, man. Like I said, Charles, man, I appreciate it, man, and it was a great show, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. You have a good night, and this stay prayed up, and stay healthy, bro.
You too, man. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Later.
All right.